You know, there's a lot of controversy right now in the film business about film going to pay-per-view or going on the internet, etc., etc. And I know that a lot of directors and a lot of actors and actresses are very angry about this, and of course some of the studios are too. My feeling is that I make films for an audience, and you know, I don't mean to sound like I'm unconscious about the business end, but I really want people to see them. And however you see any of our films is a joy to me. Even if you don't like it, it's fine, but you watched it. And you saw that we worked hard and we did something. And so I think it's fantastic. I think the more people can see your film. A friend of mine in Shanghai called me, and my last film, 12, which was bought in Sundance, but the people didn't have any money to market it. But a friend of mine called me from Shanghai and said that 12 was the #1 most pirated movie in the month of May. However, there are films that always must be an event that people go to see. Like, for instance, Avatar. If you can see Avatar at an IMAX theater in 3D, you're seeing it the way Jim Cameron wanted you to see it. And I think all of us would love to have our movies seen on a big screen with perfect sound, but there are many places in the world where this does not exist, or people don't have the money to pay to go and see that movie. And so if they see it on television, or if they can see it on the internet, at least they've had some of the experience of Avatar, which I think is very important. But also, you can't hold back the future. It is like, you know, you're riding a horse and there are these machines going by and you say, oh, these terrible things are on the road. We must stop it. That you can't stop the future, and many of you are very young. Well, everyone's younger than I am, but many of you are young, and you know what your future is. More and more internet, more and more screens, more and more interconnection with everyone in the world, and I mean, and that's the future. And sitting around complaining about it or criticizing it is meaningless because it happens, and it has happened already. And if this is this far now, imagine when your children and grandchildren are your ages, where this has all advanced. It will be amazing. I started for $200 a week as a costume designer. And, you know, that was my way into filmmaking. And I got to work with many great directors, including Woody Allen and Paul Mazursky. But I think everyone comes to it differently, and I think that film is film. And I think whether you are holding your own camera and you're making your own film or editing it on your computer, I mean, basically, we all try to tell a story. I had worked for 3 directors before Woody who were extremely, they were tyrannical in the sense that you stayed in your department and you did not speak outside of your department. When I went to work with Woody, it was the opposite. It was like you were in the school play and everyone was working to try to make a film, and anyone could say anything. It didn't mean he would do it, but he would accept suggestions. And I like to work that way also, so that if you were working with me, you would not be frightened to bring me an idea, because it might be the great idea, and I'd be happy to say it's your idea. I would not say it's my idea. I would tell everyone, this is your idea, because our purpose is try to make a better film.